Welcome to Shelaborate. I'm Kath.
And I'm Kyra. This is our podcast for the girls, from the girls.
We're telling our stories, hyping up women who inspire us, and shelaborating every step of the way.
It's time to give you the girl talk you've been waiting for. Let's get into it.
All right, welcome back, Shelaborators, to another episode of Shelaborate. I'm Kath.
And I'm Kyra. If you guys want to show some support for the show, the best way to do that is to like, share, follow. It's free and it helps boost our algorithm and helps us reach a broader audience. So This episode, we are super excited to dive into. So
let's get started. Today, we are going to have a little sleepover.
Yes, it is the morning, but
it is what, 11 a.m.?
11 a.m. But we're here in our pajamas because we wanted to do a sleepover themed episode. And we have a game here with us. It's called
the Girls' Night Drinking Water Game. So I actually bought these. I think I got these at Target, but the point behind these is because I wanted to bring these with me to hang out with my skydiving team so we could like get to know each other a little bit more.
Oh, that's
so
fun.
That was the idea behind it. And so then when we decided that we wanted to do like a sleepover theme, I was like, this game would be perfect to just have a sleepover or get to know your co-hosts a little bit and just have a little bit of fun.
I love that idea. It was so funny. About a week ago, we were like, okay, what are we going to do? And I was like, I really don't know what I'm going to wear. I want to wear something comfy. You texted me, hey, do you want to do something in PJs?
PJs and blankets.
Which was so funny because I was literally thinking, I was like, oh, we should do something in PJs, like a little slumber party. And you immediately texted me that. And I was like, yes.
Same page.
Yes,
same
100%
wavelength.
yes.
Yeah, so I haven't played this game yet, the Girls' Night. But the idea behind it is that you take a card, you read it, and then you take a sip if that card applies to you.
Okay.
So we can just go through like a bunch of random ones and kind of see which ones of these are going to be fun or not.
Okay.
But yeah, the idea is to kind of like get to know us a little bit more in this fun sleepover setting. Also if you are watching, on our heads are eye masks.
Sleep masks.
So
do you usually use a sleep mask?
I don't use a sleep mask.
I do if I'm sleeping somewhere other than my house and there is like lights, or especially if other people have a TV on.
Yes.
Like at a sleepover, I'm on no light, no TV.
I'm
no,
not.
Nothing.
I'm actually the exact opposite. I was in Boston these last 2 weeks and I realized that I very much liked having the TV on to fall asleep to.
Really?
But something that I wasn't necessarily into because that could keep me up all night. Whereas if it's just something in the background, like I think I put on the History Channel.
The flickering light of the TV doesn't bug you?
No.
See, for me, I feel like I get terrible sleep if there's any light.
Not a lot bothers me at all.
That's wild.
Like I can sleep almost anywhere.
See, okay, the crazy thing is I can sleep like in the middle of a busy airport. There needs to be a certain level of noise and light and busyness. And if it's like absolutely just like middle of the day in an airport, tons of people around, tons of background noise and light, I'm fine.
Yeah.
If it's just a TV in like a hotel room and everything else is quiet, no, I can't do it.
I think hotel rooms are a little bit too quiet in like an uncomfortable way. So that's what I decided and then I've started to do like the meditation app, going to sleep. So listening to someone kind of like rock you to sleep, if you will, has been nice.
I probably would like the meditation app.
It's nice because I am so in my head when I go to sleep. I just want it to stop. I want the thoughts to stop.
Yeah,
and so the apps help. I think the TV helps. There's a lot that goes into sleep hygiene. Speaking of sleepovers.
Ooh. Like getting ready for bed, you mean?
Yeah, I just mean like the things that we attribute to why it's hard to fall asleep, are a lot of the things that have to do with our bedtime routine and the things that we are doing really close to bedtime.
I do find if I read before bed, I get a way better night's sleep. Way, way, way better.
Because that's way better than like scrolling on your phone.
Yeah. I really try to avoid doing that because I get sucked in.
I get sucked in. I'm a doom scroller. So much.
Yeah.
So much.
Were you big into sleepovers growing up?
Yeah, I loved them.
You loved them?
Oh, yes.
Were you usually a sleepover host or were you going? Or
I would
vice
say,
versa?
I would say going. Yeah, I usually went to somebody's house because I never feel like I had a good sleepover house.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Like we didn't have the couches for it. Like a lot of people had like furnished basements. Like that was never anything
like
that we
kind
had.
of a movie room. Yeah, I had some friends who had like a finished basement that the kids would kind of like hang
Ours
out
was
in.
not finished, not started, I would say. So yeah, we would always love to go to each other's houses. I had a friend that lived like a minute bike ride. So I always like ride my bike and then beg the parents to do the sleepover.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was a huge thing growing up, like a staple of my childhood, I would say.
I think that people have really like kind of pulled back on allowing their kids to do sleepovers.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think people are like a little bit more aware of like the risks of kids like hanging out overnight. But it bums me out because sleepovers were a huge, really fun part of my childhood. And also I see all of my nieces and nephews now, like when we go to the beach house and they all get to like be in kind of like the bunk room and hang out with each other. When they get to be in like in one big room with mattresses everywhere and hanging out, they have so much fun together. I'm like, I think it's kind of a quintessential part of childhood.
I think so.
So whatever that looks like for you to like make that safe for your kids, I think that's great. Even if it is just like cousins or family, sleepovers are fun. Something about sleeping not at your own house.
And like doing the activities, like we would do everything from kind of the pampering to, I remember one of the things that we used to do is we would get in our sleeping bags and we would like bounce around and try and like hit each other and like run into each other. And that stuff was just so like, that stuff was so much fun. I mean, we would do kind of the one-on-one sleepovers. Like, had a best friend, but then when we would get like a lot of the girls together to do a sleepover, like that's when it was a crazy time. That's when as a parent I would be nervous. Yeah,
we had a lot of basketball sleepovers.
Yes.
Like pretty much the whole team would go and do a sleepover. And we would get into mischief. We were always prank calling people.
Yes.
And like it'd be 3 a.m. What are we doing?
Star 67.
Yes. Why were we doing that?
Because that's like when you didn't have phones, like we weren't really watching movies back then. No. Like I wasn't watching movies on sleepovers.
It was just like maybe you rented 1 or 2 movies, but then once those were like over, it was whatever was on TV, which there wasn't anything good.
Which there usually
3
wasn't.
a.m.
So we would devolve into prank calling.
When I would do like one-on-one sleepovers with any of my friends, we were always doing some type of weird elaborate craft for hours on end. Okay, hours and hours and hours.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I remember distinctly one time, me and my friend, she really wanted to make a paper dress. We like found, I don't know, we like saw on the internet or something, someone made a paper dress. So we were like, we can make a paper dress. We probably spent like 48 plus hours gluing and cutting paper to make a paper dress. And it actually turned out pretty good, but you couldn't really wear it. I mean, the dress was made out of paper, so can't really do much else with that.
Yeah, not really.
No, but we would just like
are we talking like construction paper or are we talking like paper like computer paper?
So we did a mix of computer paper and newspaper as like kind of like part of the design. And the amount of hot glue burns that we got on our hands from that was insane. And we were just like, fight through the pain. It doesn't matter. Like the craft must
You're like,
prevail.
Pain is the price of beauty. We were not doing that. We were doing like the crazy sleeping bag fights and we would sometimes play like board games. I'm not going to lie. We would sometimes do that.
What about Sims?
Oh, like video games?
Yeah.
I had a lot of friends that were into The Sims. I never really got into Sims.
I had one friend that loves the Sims.
That got really into it.
And so it'd be like 3 a.m. We'd be sitting on the computer playing Sims, entering cheat codes to get unlimited money.
Exactly. That or AIM. We were like hanging out in the group chats. Yeah, hitting people up on AIM, instant message. That was a quintessential part of growing up for me. Was doing the like screen names.
Really?
Oh yeah, making your profile or whatever we would call it super cool, having like quotes and stuff. And then if you were dating someone, oh, my names were ridiculous. I think my first one was Sports Lover.
Whoa.
19 without the E, so LOVR. And I was like, yeah, I love sports. And then Swimming Geek.
That's right in line with my first email.
That was my first email.
Mine was Noodle Sticks 12.
Yeah.
What?
And I had it for like a little bit too long.
Yeah, like mine was like through high school. I had that. And I was like, all right, I got to change this for college because I cannot be writing this down.
We cannot have Noodle Sticks and Swimming Geek. Yeah, just like random stuff like that. And I remember we'd be in like chat rooms that like we probably shouldn't be in.
What about snacks? What was your favorite sleepover snacks?
Probably like the Pop-Tarts and the fruit snacks, which like hasn't changed much for me. I still love that.
I'm a big popcorn
I was gonna
gal.
say, or maybe popcorn. That is like the classic snack.
You know what my least favorite thing was? When I would go to a sleepover and everyone wanted to watch a scary movie.
Oh, I love that.
Oh,
that
it was the
me.
worst for me. I'd be like, please, no, please. That would be like everyone watching the scary movie. It's too scary for me. I'm like randomly in the kitchen, like asking the mom, like, hey, do we need to like clean up or like make anything? I'll help make some cookies in here because I did not want to watch the movie. I would just be open. I would be like, I do not want to watch this scary movie. It's too scary.
That's funny because I was that friend.
Oh, man.
Going to watch the scary movies.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a favorite for a lot of people. And I was like, we are not. No. Let's do a craft.
This.
Come on.
Meanwhile, I was like, scary movies. Yeah, I love that. I'd always have my mom take us.
To go get a movie?
That or to the movie theater because we were like never old enough.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But even adult sleepovers. I mean, I feel like we still do adult sleepovers.
I love adult sleepovers.
Me too.
Like, I love when we get our whole girl gang together and we hang out. What's so funny is I can tell that our girl group has become like so comfortable with each other that when someone's tired, they're just like, all right, I'm going to go to bed now. And then they just go to sleep. And, or even like, I remember at our friend's wedding out in Colorado, I was like, okay, I need to like get some sleep now. I just put on my sleeping mask and knocked out.
And the rest of us were like, wow.
Yeah. See, I could sleep through that. I love sleepovers.
I do love
There's something about staying up late, eating some junk food,
putting maybe a charcuterie board,
chatting, hanging out,
timelines on you,
getting up to some mischief,
getting up to some snacks in the breakfast in the morning.
Yeah, one of the best things about adult sleepovers, I think, is brunch or breakfast the next day.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, were you ever at a sleepover and they didn't give you like a pillow or blanket?
I'm sure.
If you're like rolled up in the rug.
I have done that, but it wasn't like your normal sleepover. It was like a party. It was like a party in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah,
kind of thing. Like, it wasn't a sleepover, but we were sleeping there kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, yes, I have been in situations like that.
I distinctly remember this one time. I was probably in like maybe 5th or 6th grade where slept over at a friend's house. There was like a few of us. And for some reason, they were like, oh, we have a bunch of sleeping bags and blankets. You don't need to bring them. The sleeping bag that I was given smelled like beef. Like it had a distinct
beefy smell.
Beef smell. So much so I was like, I can't use this. Why does this thing smell like beef? And we were all smelling it. Like, it was all like hilarious. We were like, why is this the beef bag? Like, what is going on with this? And her older brother comes out and goes, oh yeah, I used to toot in that a lot. And I was like so grossed out because I was like, oh my gosh.
Now we know what it's from. It was almost better that when we didn't know.
We were like, we thought it was just a mysterious beef smell.
Yeah.
Now
like,
it's your toots.
Maybe it got stuck with the beef sticks.
Yeah.
Transporting.
Exactly. Like camping. And I was like, oh, this is disgusting. I'm not sleeping in the beef bag. But all the other bags were claimed. So I was like, I'll be fine, like kind of without it. Middle of the night, I'm freezing.
So cold.
I'm freezing. So I ended up using I kind of just covered up with it. I didn't want to get in the beef bag. No way.
Straight with the toots. Straight with the toots.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, I remember when we graduated from college, like my friends from college, our first adult trip, we went to Dallas and we got one hotel room for the 6 of us and shared 2 beds, and like our was all over the floor, and just we've come a very long way from that moment. But yeah, I think our girls, or like our group chat, is still called 6 girls 2 beds or something like that. Like,
I also used to remember when we would have basketball sleepovers, we would pack so many people into one bed.
yes,
Like, it was like absurd.
like
how
3
many
people to a twin.
Yeah.
Yes.
At least. And like someone, like if someone was kind of shorter, they might be able to like go near like the feet area.
Yes.
Yeah, that was crazy. How were we sleeping? I don't think we were.
I don't know, but also like we could just like bounce back so much quicker. Whereas now I'm like, I need my 8 hours in a perfect sleeping position in my perfect bed.
Yeah. I do love a sleepover.
I love a sleepover.
Okay, let's ask each other some questions. Take a sip if you believe in ghosts.
Oh, yes.
I also believe in ghosts.
Yeah, I totally believe in ghosts. I love that kind of stuff too.
Would you did you ever tell like ghost stories growing up
Yes.
at sleepovers?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
We love doing that. We'd turn off the lights, bring out the flashlights.
What about like the Ouija board or anything
Never
like that?
did that.
Okay, we had a girl move to my school who I don't know if it was like her mom or someone in her family was like really into like tarot and Ouija boards and stuff. So I think it was like the first week or like one of the first weeks that she moved there. She was like, "Oh yeah, do you guys want to come over and like do this?" And we were probably in like 7th grade. So it was very, I don't know, I think kind of scandalous and like,
I don't know if I would frick with the Ouija board.
it was a little bit too scary for me.
Yeah.
Because her mom, I think it was her mom's board. She was kind of doing it, which to me, the fact that like an adult was doing it made it like a little bit more real. And I didn't even want to watch scary movies.
Let alone a Ouija
Yeah,
board. I mean, did you
and-
understand kind of the significance of the Ouija board?
Not really. I knew that they were like trying to like talk to people who had passed, and I was kind of skeptical of that. I didn't really know. And they shut off all the lights, but she had like a bunch of candles lit. I mean, it was a whole scene for
Yeah,
this.
you guys were doing like a whole seance.
Yeah, and this was my first time staying at this other girl's house, and like I didn't really like know her that super well. I knew a bunch of the other girls that were there, but it was a little bit creepy to me. Yeah, I mean, I was a wimp also. So
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I would frick with the Ouija boards now. I do listen to a lot of like scary podcasts. I watch a lot of scary shows and movies, and I don't know. I feel like that's just asking to have a demon attached to you or something like really crazy. And
yeah,
I don't know. I've never done it.
I've never done it in my adult life, but I don't know if I really knew what was going on then.
Yeah.
I was just kind of, I don't know, going along
with it. Yeah. And you don't want to be the person that's like,
well, yeah,
no,
I
I
didn't
don't want
really
to.
know.
Yeah.
And when she was inviting us over, I was like, Ouija board, okay, yeah.
Like,
I'm
I don't
probably
even know what that
picturing
is.
like Mario and Luigi. Like, I don't know. Okay, take a sip if you've ever blocked an ex on an app.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. For sure. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sip every time.
I will say I think thoughts about this specifically have changed over time. I remember I got blocked by an ex and I thought it was like really immature. I thought it was ridiculous having to block someone. And then as I kind of grew up and like have been in more situations, I'm like, there's nothing immature or weird about blocking someone when that's going to potentially help your state of mind or like protect your peace. So if you feel like you need to be blocking people, don't even think twice.
For me, I'm like the clean cutoff and blocking people is for you.
Yes.
I don't even know if they really know if they're blocked.
I mean, I feel like there's some ways that you would just know if you're blocked.
When people are like, oh, I want to know if they're messaging me or whatever. It's like, no, why are you going to put any mental energy towards them?
I think that if you're someone that's saying that, you are the number one candidate that needs to block them.
Yeah.
You know,
agree.
like that's that's part of the problem. And you're like, no, that's exactly why you should block them. Because I know I've been in a situation like that. I'm like, oh, I do want to know if they're messaging me.
Yeah.
But that's not healthy. So now that I feel like I've matured a lot more in like the relationship realm, we block them. We block and we don't look back.
Block
ladies.
and don't look back.
Okay. Take a sip if you ever flashed a stranger.
Ooh. What do you consider flashing?
A boob, a butt cheek.
Okay, yeah. I've done both.
I don't think I've ever on purpose flashed someone, but like surfing and like being in the ocean and stuff. Oh, plenty of people I've flashed without even probably knowing it.
Too many times.
Yes.
There's been, I don't know how people aren't flashing people on accident. Maybe they're more careful about where they change and stuff, but I feel like I've been in a lot of scenarios where like you just gotta hurry up and change and
yeah, like
or like I've had my pants ripped before.
Okay,
that's
mine. I would say like I wouldn't necessarily count like bathroom scenarios, changing and stuff. Where I think of this, I'm like in the ocean, your swimsuit just came off.
Oh, that's happened to me
you know,
too.
Like flipped up, came down a little bit.
For me,
they might see a nip. Who knows?
I have not figured out. I've never lived like super, super, super close to the ocean.
Yeah.
This is the closest. You know, when you're going out or coming in from the ocean and the waves are a little bit strong, it pulls down your swimming suit.
Totally.
I fundamentally do not know how to get out and go in quick enough to not have my swimming suit.
And that is such a vulnerable moment.
Yes.
Like, I think the only way out of that is a one piece. And even then,
no,
you're
I've
probably
been in a
still
one
sewing
piece and
some
they're
crack.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
One pieces still can get you.
Yeah.
No one's safe.
Nobody is safe. Take a sip if you've ever kicked someone in the balls.
Yeah. I grew up with a brother, okay?
I've
also done it accidentally.
Sure, yeah.
Like in combatives and stuff. Yeah.
Oops, didn't mean to.
Yeah. I definitely have.
Take a sip if you can do a cartwheel.
Oh, yeah, I can do a cartwheel.
I can do a cartwheel.
I did cheerleading for many years. Okay, take a sip if you've ever been skinny dipping.
Yes.
Me too.
I would say my most like legit one was in California at night. I was with my best friend, her brother and his friend, and we were just like, let's go skinny dipping. We were like out at the beach late at night and just like ran in, ran out.
We, my husband and I, we went skinny dipping in Florida in the day, which I feel like is risky.
Risque.
During the day. But we were visiting near where he grew up, and there's like tons of quarries and stuff. And you kind of like walk down all of these trails. It's really pretty secluded, but it's like super clear water. It's really, really, really cool. And we went skinny dipping in there, and it was so fun.
Were people around?
No, there was no other people.
Oh, okay.
There was no other people.
Not a soul.
What is hilarious from that is we have pictures from that, but they're all from like collarbone up, and so you can't
see anything.
No.
Were they like selfies?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Oh yeah. I've definitely been skinny dipping other times, but that one is probably like the most
public that I've done. Okay, take a sip if you wear matching pajamas to bed.
No, we were actually talking about this earlier. Kathleen and I are both in cute pajamas right now. I think it's so funny how you have like PJs for sleepovers and PJs for like being around other people, and then the real
for yourself
stuff that you wear or don't wear to bed.
My boyfriend was making a joke. He's like, yeah, you should wear what you wore last night to your show. Like, can't do that. Yeah. I cannot be doing that.
Yeah. I have like cute PJs that I have, but I really rarely wear those. And usually at night, I just like really huge stuff that I sleep in, which wouldn't really be comfortable to wear during the day.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Totally. I do have a couple like matching sets of pajamas. And sometimes if I'm trying to feel a little bit more like productive or whatever about my like bedtime routine, I will look nice going to bed. Because for me, it's kind of just this, I'm doing all these steps to go to bed to feel good, and like looking nice is one of them. And so sometimes I will wear matching pajamas to bed if I'm like by myself too.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of a pamper.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try
it.
it.
For me, it is kind of a self-care thing. And it just makes me like feel good going to bed.
One family tradition that we have is my sister-in-law gets everyone matching PJ pants for Christmas, and we all wear them at cool. Christmas time. And usually she gives them to us around like Thanksgiving. And so we'll kind of like, or she did last year, we all got them at Thanksgiving, and then we all watch movies in our PJ pants. And it is so fun having matching PJs with everyone.
Because they're comfortable too. Yes. I know the ones she's getting. Like I can picture them.
They're and we have like a few now, and I actually wear them quite a lot because they're really nice. They're good quality. And also on Christmas morning, that everyone's going to be taking pictures. Okay. I don't want to be in my, my high school t-shirt that I've had for
and a pair of Sophie shorts.
Yeah. And yeah. So it's nice. I like Christmas jammies a lot.
Yes.
Matching sets, matching with the family. Love that.
Yeah. I like the shorts tank top matching set. That's my go-to.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Take a sip if you have any fake teeth. Do you have a fake?
No.
Do you have a gold tooth?
No.
Me neither.
Do you have a retainer or anything?
No. No. It would probably, on my bottom, I have like one crooked tooth.
Yeah.
Probably fix it.
But I mean, character, right?
Yeah. I've never had a cavity.
I have had cavities, definitely.
I think that cavities or not cavities is somewhat genetic. I have a theory on that. If you're a dentist out there, correct me. Because I've never, ever had a cavity. And I'm like, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
Because I feel like I'm just like normal.
Yeah.
Brushing my teeth and stuff. But like to never have one,
that's a good fun fact. I would like to know the percentage of people that have never had a cavity.
Yeah.
Because I bet it's very low.
Can I tell you something, though? I get stressed when I go to the dentist now.
Do you? Because
I'm like, I got a record to keep.
I know what I mean? Can't be.
I'm like, what if this is the time they tell me I'm going to have a cavity? And I've lived my whole life with no cavities.
Well, then you just put a little caveat on it the next time you're like, I didn't have a cavity until X years old.
Yeah.
That's many years.
But now I'm like scared of it. Because I don't know what they do. But never had a cavity.
I like that. That's a good fun fact. Okay, take a sip if you're good at beer pong.
Okay. I'm not good at beer pong.
You're not good?
I used to think I was good. And then maybe I just haven't played in so long. But one time I was playing and straight up I go to throw the ball and it went at like a right angle to the table, and I was like, how is that even possible? Like, people thought I was joking how bad this throw was, and
you should have just gone with it, been like, yeah, I'm joking, haha, give it back.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did, Kathleen. But in my mind I was like, I am sober and that was my legitimate throw. And ever since then I'm like, I'm trash.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
I would consider myself I would consider myself good at beer pong. I had a lot of practice in college.
Are you a rule follower during beer pong?
I am hey, let's establish what the rules are going to be and let's follow those. But to me, it's always house rules. Whoever owns the house, they really just get to decide.
I think it's less fun when people are all serious about like elbows and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, no. Unless you're like leaning over the table.
Even then, I'm like, I don't care. Do whatever.
Yeah.
Have fun with it.
I think that there is a certain amount that you have to like follow, but I think it's better when someone that's not attached to the game is kind of calling the shots and like calling the rules.
Yeah, I don't like when someone I'm playing against is being overly serious. Because I'm like, this doesn't matter to me.
No, definitely not.
Okay. Take a sip if you've ever sent a DM to a celebrity.
Definitely.
Who?
I used to do it all the time. Do you remember my
Oh, yeah.
dating rap 2025, baby?
Yes, that's right.
Oh yeah.
And you got celebrities to respond to you.
Yeah, I did.
That's incredible.
It was pretty cool.
Okay.
So I would say
I'd say that
yeah,
makes
for sure.
I mean, you have a podcast and you're talking to other celebrities.
So does that make me a celebrity?
Yeah.
So you DMing me
Have I ever
makes
DM'd
you a celebrity.
That's right.
Yes, I totally have. And I would say even like to women of just like, yeah, keep going, like a little pump up.
Oh,
it's not always
sweet.
just the DM of like, hey, what's up? What are you doing? Take a sip if you've ever had long acrylic nails.
Oh, yeah.
How long?
Oh, probably like the longest, maybe a half inch past my nail.
Okay. I did one really obnoxious Christmas. Because normally, obviously being in the military, there was rules against for nail polish. They went back and forth. But I think most women in the military can relate. Anytime you have block leave, first stop, nail salon. So I remember one time I went home and I specifically got the really obnoxious, like long, sparkly pink. I think I got like either the coffin shape or like a very sharp almond.
Yeah.
And I did lose some motor function of like what I was able to do with these long nails, but I loved them.
Yeah, I definitely did it kind of also as like a rebellion on leave once, and it felt good at first, but then I was like, this is like a little bit too long for me.
Yeah, I couldn't type.
Yep.
But I did make it my whole personality.
Yeah. Take a sip if growing up you wrote sassy entries in a diary.
I'm sure I did.
Were you a big diary girl growing up?
I wouldn't say I was a big diary person, but I was definitely very dramatic in the sense that when I would leave like AIM away messages or like have quotes in my profile, they were always so dramatic.
Like song quotes,
like breakup quotes. I'm like, I'm not even in a relationship. Like, this doesn't relate to me. Yet I just like felt it.
You were just mysterious.
I was just like
angsty.
I was an angsty teenager.
I have two funny diary stories.
Okay.
First is that, actually kind of three. First is that growing up, my brother is a year younger than me. So he was always in my business. I did not want him in my business. Like my diaries, I loved writing as a kid. And I still like writing. And I really wanted a password journal. Do you remember those?
With like the number combinations?
Some of them had number combinations.
Some had keys.
Some of them had keys. But this particular one was voice activated. And to me, I was like, this is the ultimate insecurity because he won't know the number combination. He can't steal the key. Only my voice will be able to open it. Okay? Mind you, we're like 7, 8 years old. So his voice sounds remarkably similar to mine, to the point of like when people would call our house and I would answer, they would be like, is this Kyra or is this Hunter? Like they didn't know who it was. And because we both just had little kid voices. And did that cross my mind when I wanted this voice activated password journal? No. So I get the journal. I lock this baby down. I'm like, it is.
Could you say anything?
Yes. Yeah. So you kind of set what the password is. And I set the password as my cat's name, Duchess. But I was so confident in the quality of this password journal that I immediately wanted to test it on my brother. So I was like, okay, the password is Duchess. Try it. He tries it. That thing immediately opens up. And I bawled because I was like, no. I had saved up for this password journal So I was like, finally, I'll be able to write my private thoughts. My brother can't read them.
And what do? I give him the password.
Yeah. Well, because I was so sure that it was going to work. I remember the commercials for this thing, the password journal. And immediately it opened up.
He got into it.
Yeah. And he was just like dying laughing and I was crying and I was like, no. Scarred for life.
He's scarred for life.
Yeah. I also, in fourth grade, our fourth grade teacher used to make us start every single day with 15 minutes of writing, like no real writing prompt. And so every day of fourth grade, he had us do journal entries. And it was really good for my writing, but also I was always writing stuff in there about what was going on in my life. And the rule was he would just check to see that you wrote something. Like he never read it ever. And I think that that's so cool because you really could just write about whatever you wanted.
You could like write the lyrics to a song or like.
Yeah, he didn't care. He was like, as long as you write something. And I treated it like a daily journal entry. And I continued doing that all through high school.
Cool.
Like every day writing. And I think that that was like a really good way to like share and process my thoughts. But oh my gosh, if I look back at those, some of those are wild. The things I was writing.
You're like, do you still have them?
I had them up until a few years ago. I would have to like see where they are. I don't know where they ended up.
That would be fun to go back and read them.
They're hilarious. They're really, really funny. I mean, like the thoughts of a fourth grader all the way up through my senior year.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
It's really crazy.
Okay, take a sip if you pee with the door open when someone else is home.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
I don't care.
I don't either. Especially at my old job, when I knew like not a lot of women would be in there, I would go into like a public bathroom and not close the stall.
Oh, I do that. No one works.
Yeah.
No other women work there. Like there's stalls within the bathroom
Yeah.
at where I work. But first off, those stalls are really janky, so they don't really close anyway. But no one's going in there. Okay, take a sip if you've ever thrown your drink at someone you were mad at.
I did it as a joke. We have a video of it, but he knew I was going to do it. He told me to do it. But no, I don't think so. Take a sip if you've ever had bangs.
Oh, yeah. I did that earlier this year.
It was good. You could pull off bangs.
So it's good, but if I ever say I want to get bangs, I need you to swiftly remind me. I really like being able to get my hair out of my face. And with bangs, you really can't do that.
Ever.
And I always forget that. I like them when I have them. I like them when they're styled. I don't like not being able to just pull my hair up.
Yeah.
So
I followed the trends in high school where it was like the big swoopy side bang. And I could never really pull it off because I have really thin hair. And so it would just kind of be like these really awkward short bangs here. And we don't need to go back to that point in my life.
For me, I think having long front pieces is a lot more versatile than a bang.
Agreed.
And I always forget that. And I always want to try a bang, which luckily my hair grows out quick.
I specifically call those types of bangs alley bangs because there was a girl in my growing up that had them and she was like the only one that ever had them. And to me, they're called alley bangs.
Like straight across?
Yes. Yes. Like I'm sure, I don't know what you would actually call them, but like if I went to my hairstylist, I wouldn't know what to call them other than alley bangs. And she obviously wouldn't know what I was talking about.
Okay, this is definitely a sleepover question. Take a sip if you used to sneak out of the house.
Yes.
Sorry, Kathleen's parents. What would you do?
I had some friends that lived kind of a couple blocks away that I would sneak out and just go hang out with them. And that was kind of it. But that's why when I feel like sleepovers, grade school, at least where I grew up in like my childhood, it's probably different now with everything they have access to. But like they were pretty chill. But when we got into high school, that's when like the drinking kind of got incorporated. And yeah, I remember also I hosted like an outdoor sleepover and like all the girls got really drunk. And like I wasn't a big drinker and my parents were like really against it. And so there was like some like not cool things that would happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say like sleepovers like in high school, That's probably when the not good stuff was happening.
Yeah. If I ever have kids, I want my house to be like the fun house, because I feel like then you can kind of like put some safety parameters, because especially driving at night, I think of some of the stuff
Yeah.
from when I was in high school. I was like, oh my gosh, we should not have been doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, that was really dangerous. But also it's so much better if there is like a parent that like if things do get out of hand that they can be like, okay,
Handle it.
all right, this parent is gonna handle it and like not destroy our lives,
Yeah.
not freak,
Yeah.
not freak out. And I'm like, okay, I want to be that household so bad. So if you're my future kids listening to this, I'm cool. I'm cool.
It's gonna be fun. I swear.
But yeah, sneaking out. I think all of that's kind of part of the high school experience too.
It was, and I wasn't doing anything particularly sketchy
I think it's
all
just
the time, but
I think just kids just want to be free to some extent, and if there's an opportunity to like do it, they kind of just
you got to do it.
Even
you
if
kind of
you're-
got to get
'cause
it out of your system.
I wasn't drinking, nothing like that, but I'm still not like a drinker, like a big drinker or anything. But there was definitely things that I did that looking back, I'm like, I don't know if that was really like the safest decision, because it just put me in predicaments where who knows what could have happened. And I'm like, I wish I would have had like a parent that would have been a little bit more chill, that we could have like actually counted on if we needed it. Whereas like looking back, I'm like, what would we have done if something went wrong?
Actually happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I also had a good house to sneak out of. I had like a back door that I just left unlocked. Would
And you
sneak
could-
out the backyard.
Do you think your parents knew?
No, I don't.
Really?
I don't.
Would your siblings cover for you?
No, probably not.
My brother was like a master sneaker outer.
Yeah.
And I would cover for him.
But I would always come back before like the morning. Take a sip if you played an instrument as a kid, and take another sip if you still play that instrument.
You, for sure. I am the least musical person.
Did you grow? Well, we were just talking about how playing the recorder.
Yeah, I attempted to play the recorder in third
I
grade.
feel like we all had to, though.
I was not good.
Nobody's good.
I was
at the
not getting a
recorder.
solo in
Nobody's
the
good at
school
that.
concert. And then I played the saxophone,
Oh, cool.
alto saxophone, from 5th grade until my senior year.
Okay, I didn't know that.
You think I would be good at it? No, I can play 2 songs. Hot Cross Buns and Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, that's cool.
That's it. I can't read music.
You just memorized it.
Those are the 2 songs that I can play.
Okay.
I was so bad at our, I think it was my junior year concert. My band instructor came up to me like, we're like literally about to go on stage. And he's like, you don't have a reed in your saxophone, right? And I was like, no, you told me not to, no. And he was like, okay, good. Yeah. That's how bad I was.
Whoa.
Like I was literally up there just pretending.
I was thinking about like questions the other day, and what is one instrument that you think that you could play in an orchestra and like get away with it the best?
Of pretending?
Yes.
100% alto saxophone.
But you have to put a reed in it.
Still I wouldn't blow actual air through it.
Okay.
That's what I was doing. Listen,
But you have to. You have to kind of play the instrument.
Okay, drums.
Okay. That's ballsy.
The triangle, is that an option?
Well, no, it's percussion in general. So like you don't really get to pick.
Kathleen, I'm so bad.
Okay, this is another one I thought of.
What would you pick?
I would pick the flute because I played the flute, and I could probably just hang out at like 2 notes the whole time, and no one would probably notice.
You're also musical though.
Yeah, but
Like you play the guitar.
but it's different. Yeah, like reading music.
You can
in the-
read music.
I could fake it. Anyway, okay, so what's one type of dance that if you were put onto the world stage in a competition, you could do the best at?
I took years of ballet. So I would be inclined to say ballet. However, I think that because ballet is very technical, and if you haven't done it in years, it's going to be very challenging to do it well. And like doing ballet well is challenging because it is technical. I think lyrical and something like a little bit more flowy. Okay. So I would choose lyrical. Like if I had to choose a category of dance, I would choose lyrical.
What if it was like a partner dance?
Partner dance, I'm going with hoedown country line dance style.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think you can like learn a few cool moves.
And be good with it.
And you can really wow people who don't know dance.
That's true. I would probably, if it was a partner dance, I would probably pick the shag, the South Carolina shag.
What is that?
Because it's an 8-step, very similar to like a swing dance.
Okay.
But instead of being a 2-step, it's an 8-step. And I took a couple classes of that in college. And that's probably the only thing that I could probably like fudge my way through or like fake my way through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you play the guitar, played the flute. Can you still play the flute?
I actually have it right there.
Get her out.
I could probably come up with a couple notes, but I don't think I'd be able to.
I feel like if you practiced a little bit,
it would take me a couple hours to be able to play a note or to be able to play a song.
You could pick it back up.
So yeah, I could pick it back up. So my parents were very like, there's a couple things that you all had to learn to do, like all my siblings. We all had to be on swim team. We all had to play an instrument. We all had to do like a sport in general. So we all started off playing the piano, and then once we could do band, I played the flute, and then I picked up the guitar.
Oh, take a sip if you know how to do the Soldier Boy Crank That Dance.
I do know how. Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
We did a lot of fun school dances. And then when people were like middle schoolish age, for people's birthdays, they would rent out this place called Memorial Hall.
Yeah.
Which is just kind of like a empty hall. They would like dim the lights down and then just play like party music.
And you dance to it.
Yeah. And they would play like Soldier Boy on repeat.
We definitely do that one. Take a sip if you've been to a psychic.
No.
Neither have I.
Would you?
Yes.
What would you want to know?
There are some things I wouldn't want to know about the future. Not details, but like, hey, do I get married? Do I have kids?
Ooh, but I feel like those you can kind of control your own fate on. Dependent on what you want. I
agree with you, but I also think that there are a lot of things in your life that could lead you swaying one way or the other.
Yeah.
So,
would you trust what they told you?
With a grain of salt. Not like wholeheartedly.
Can I tell you my theory on going to psychics? I think that particularly with questions like those, do I get married or do I have kids or things like that? Especially if you're not asking for specific details in them, I think it's as good as flipping a coin. And then have you ever heard of like the theory of when you flip a coin, you know what you want when it's in the air?
Yeah. It's like should I get this or that? Oh, you were disappointed? That's when you know.
That's when you know. I think that it can kind of do that for you. And which I think can be kind of good because then it can kind of like
lead
help
you down.
Focus you in on what you want to do in your life and what you want to go for.
Yeah, or like where do I end up living?
Yeah. That one, because it's more broad, I feel like is less of the, will you be disappointed if this doesn't happen? Mm-hmm. But if it's more like, do I move to Colorado? And then they're like, no, you don't. And you're like, oh.
Yeah.
That's when you know, okay.
I should move to Colorado. Yeah.
In the same with, it's more of like those yes or no's, and less of like the broad open-ended ones. I don't know if that's how psychics works, but I personally think that you can get a lot of clarity from that because someone is telling you a definitive answer and
something that you very much have control over,
and your reaction to that,
can tell
good
you
or bad, might help tell you what you should do in life.
Take a sip if you have ever worn bikini bottoms when you were out of underwear.
Ooh. I mean, yeah, at the beach. Like.
No, not at the beach.
This is just, from my drawer,
Yes.
I'd be more inclined to just not wear them.
So you've never worn bikinis as underwear?
No, it's not going to be comfy. That's not going to be comfortable.
I for sure have.
Really?
Totally.
How comfy are your swimming suits?
Comfy.
I'd rather just not wear bottoms. Okay, take a sip if you would get matching tattoos with your partner.
Yeah, probably.
You
Yeah, I
would?
probably would. I wouldn't be against it. Like we have matching
Yeah,
tattoos.
we have matching
like,
tattoos. My husband doesn't have any tattoos at all. So if he really wanted to get a matching one, probably.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily be seeking it out to get a matching tattoo with this person. But I would also not be against it.
I think matching tattoos are fun.
I think tattoos are fun.
Yeah.
And another
So-
excuse to have another one. Take a sip if you had a hot teacher in high school. I definitely did.
No, not that I thought was cute.
Take a sip if you believe in aliens.
Oh, yeah.
You do believe in aliens.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. I have a crazy story about this.
Yeah?
Yeah. Back when I was in the infantry, do you remember when people wanted to do that Naruto run to Area 51?
Yes. And like overrun it.
Yeah, and
Yes.
overtake Area 51. Well, I was stationed in El Paso at the time, which isn't super close to Area 51, but for some reason we got activated to go out and guard this desert area that's near El Paso. And essentially it was because of all of these people on the internet saying that they were going to Naruto overrun Area 51. And there's like a bunch of test sites and I don't know, random sites out in the desert. I don't know what they are. We certainly weren't going out there. You know what I mean? And so they load up our strikers. They have civilians like basically drive them out there and then they bus us out to a location. And they have us drive around and like guard this area. But what's crazy is we got like a rules of engagement brief, which for anyone who's not in the military is essentially your escalation of force and what you're allowed to do to engage with the enemy. Usually it's outside the United States. And for context, like doing stuff in the United States is a war crime. Like that is illegal. So we have this guy show up and I want you to envision Yosemite Sam, like a taller Yosemite Sam. He had like we were in Texas. He's wearing a cowboy hat. He has a white mustache that like goes down past his face, no beard. So it's like all the way around his mouth, like longer than his face, white. He has a massive cowboy belt buckle and cowboy boots on. And he's like, all right, if you guys see anything, shoot it. And I was like, no. And mind you, I'm in there. I'm in charge of all of these guys. And I'm like, nope, he does not mean that. Like, you will not be doing that. That is a war crime. You can't just randomly shoot, quote unquote, something. Like, that is not how the Army functions. That is, you're not allowed to do that. And he's like, little lady, I'm going to say this again. You see someone or something, you shoot them. And I was like, the second he left that room, I was like, every one of you needs to look me in the eye right now. That is not what we are doing. I need to be abundantly clear. That is not what we are doing. And I don't know who this guy was. He was like in civilian clothes. I'm like, who are you? And
that will not hold up in court.
No,
some guy came and told us
in.
to shoot anything.
So we did not shoot anything. There was not even a single round fired. We didn't see anything out there. We saw literally nothing. But of course, the whole time we're in the desert, we're like, they moved the aliens from Area 51 and we're guarding the aliens. We were like, has to be. Like the amount of conspiracy theories we came up with. And so at the end of this, like guarding nothing. There is literally nothing out there. We're not guarding a facility. We're not guarding anything. They tell us to go to this specific location. We go there. It's kind of like a shed looking thing. This lady comes out of the shed. Mind you, there's no parking lot here. Like we drive to this shed. There is nothing around it. She shows up in like a white doctor lab coat, comes out of this shed. She just hands me like a bag of coins, which you know how like you get in the military, we'll get like challenge coins. They're usually from like a unit that you help out with, or you get them for doing a good job for something. And so she hands me a bag of coins for my unit. They're like the Army basic training coin. It's like the Army generic coin that you can buy anywhere. So we were like, who are these people? Like, who is Yosemite Sam? Who is this white lab coat lady? I'm convinced that there's aliens out there.
How could you not think that?
Has to be.
It has to be.
Has to be aliens. Has to be. That was crazy.
There's no other explanation. I mean, there's plenty of explanations, but I like the alien one the best.
Isn't that a wild experience?
That's truly crazy.
And then we just went back to work like
nothing had happened.
Nothing happened. The military truly gives you just
the wildest,
the craziest experiences.
I bet people in the military know.
Oh yeah, somebody out there does.
Yeah.
I wish it was me.
I wish it was me. That's when we die, I hope that we're like, we know everything. We can ask about anything.
That would be sick.
That's what I want.
I want to know about aliens, and I want to know about a lot of conspiracy theories.
I do too.
Okay, take a sip if you have the best or worst driver's license photo.
I have a pretty mid one, I would say. However, my passport ones are truly the worst.
Really?
Truly terrible. Because I feel like for the passport ones are like, you can't smile, and they're very strict about it. And I'm not like a cute smile with your eyes kind of gal. And so I always just look like it's a mugshot.
My first passport photo was so categorically bad. Like my first adult passport photo, so bad that every time I would use it, I could tell that the people were like, is this you? That is how bad it was.
Really?
Yes.
I was traveling with this guy that one time, and he was bald and had no beard, but his passport was like hair and beard, to the point where like I had worked with him for a while and did not recognize him. He almost didn't make it through security. And we were in a different country, mind you. Yeah, like it was crazy.
That's how bad mine was. Like they would be like, all right, we need a second form of ID to confirm that it's actually me. That is how you know that your passport photo is bad, when it's like that.
When that's the case.
So instead of going and getting it taken, I take it myself at my house and then just print it out in the parameters. I don't know if you're really supposed to do that, but
I don't see why you wouldn't be able to.
It's worse. And, you know, I just went to CVS or wherever and got it done.
I feel like they have a wager of who can get the worst passport photo of a person. I swear, that's what it always feels like.
That's diabolical. If I was taking these photos, I'd be trying to help people out.
I know.
Yeah.
Take a sip if a British accent turns you on.
It depends on the person.
It depends on the person.
If it's too hard for me to understand, I don't like it. I know a lot of people think that a Scottish accent is really attractive. I think that in theory the accent is attractive, but when I can't understand someone, it's hard for me to connect with them, so I'm not going to find them attractive. Work. Yeah. I need a mild accent.
I do like a British accent, but it's very hard for me to understand.
British or Southern accent?
British.
Really?
Not even a question.
I like a little bit of Southern accent.
It's fine.
To me, it's like kind of like you're cowboy. I don't know why.
What about a like a drawn out British accent?
I'd rather have a Southern accent.
That's fair.
Over a British accent?
I'd rather have a British accent.
Like a country boy.
I feel like I went to school in the South, so I like got my fix of Southern boy accents, and it just like never did it for me.
I like it still.
I think I hit most of them.
Would you ever change your first name? That's this question.
No.
Me neither.
I wouldn't.
No.
Take us if you've ever given yourself a haircut.
Oh yeah, I do that often.
For sure.
I'll do that even if I have an updo and like my bang, like my little pieces are like one's too long or something. Trim it.
I used to do that on deployments. I even sometimes will do it. I've got like combat shears, and I'll sometimes just like give myself a little trim.
Yeah, I have no problem cutting my own hair. Okay, take a sip if you would refuse to date someone based on their astrological sign.
No.
Me neither. I wouldn't even know what it is.
I don't know enough. I kind of enjoy the conversations because I think we were having one at work the other day of, oh, you're a Virgo. That means like Virgos and Capricorns get along really well. And that's who was in the room. And that was a fun conversation. But no, I don't think I would ever. I know I would never make a decision based off of somebody's sign.
No,
period.
I would do it based off of them.
Because I find myself, reading horoscopes. I'm like, oh, that's pretty spot on. But then sometimes you're like, that's not spot on at all. Like, it just depends on the day if it matches or not, that I'm not completely bought into that whole concept or reality in general.
Maybe if I knew more, I would be able to like have a better judgment of it. But
yeah,
the extent of what I know is like,
yeah, I would
what I am, and then whatever that horoscope says. But even to like define what I am, I would just tell you like my personality traits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or maybe use it as, hey, this person's a Capricorn. They're generally known for these red flags, and I would look out for those red flags. That would probably be the extent of how I would use a horoscope against another person. Okay, last one. Take a sip if you want to change careers.
Ooh, I think right now I'm in a really good place in life, and it's enabling me to have a lot of freedom to do the things that I want to do outside of work. Mm-hmm. So I think for now I am happy in my career, but who knows? Who knows what?
Sometimes all it takes is like a new boss.
Yeah.
Or a new job.
Yeah. And we all have bad days at work. Like,
for sure.
But I don't think that that necessarily means that I want to change my career right now. Mm-hmm. So I think I'll stick with it for now.
That's cool. I like that. I'm mid-career change, so
yeah.
Yes. Big yes.
But
who's to say what comes next? We're kind of figuring it out as we go.
I'm excited for you.
Me too.
This was this did give me sleepover vibes.
It did.
All of these questions.
It did. And there's a lot more. And I would say some of them are just a little bit more PG-13 that we didn't want to go over. So
yeah, we did skip a lot of spicy questions. Also, we know a lot about each other. So I feel like we asked a lot of questions that are kind of more off the wall that we wouldn't know about each other.
Yeah, these are kind of random, the things that you probably would want to ask some of your friends, or at least use as a prompt to kind of get the conversation flowing. This is, as we said, the Girls' Night Drinking Game by DSS Games.
Have you ever used like a date deck?
Yes.
With like a significant other?
So the reason that I got this, I kind of told why I got this specific deck, but the reason I was even in that aisle to begin with is because me and my boyfriend, I wanted to try and get to know him a little bit more and have him get to know me a little bit more. And I was like, well, I should just get a card game where it just does the work for us. And so I bought 2 of the decks that are kind of like this of here's questions that you ask. And it was kind of split up into like icebreaker, deep questions, and then really deep questions. So there was a gambit of questions to ask. And so, yeah, I thought it was a good way to like ask questions that you might not want to ask, but you're like kind of just blame it on the card, blame it on the game.
Well, that, and sometimes you don't even think to ask the question. You know what I mean? Like you're like, ooh, like what was your like dream job when you were a child? And I feel like it just kind of leads to fun and interesting conversations that you might not regularly have. I love stuff like that.
Me too. I thought it was a great activity. I think it's a great way to do it.
Yeah, that is super
Would
fun.
recommend. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think that wraps it up for this episode of Shelaborate.
Thanks for tuning in. We will see you next time. Bye.
Yep.
Thanks for listening to Shelaborate. We can't wait to bring you more episodes.
Don't forget to follow, like, and drop us a review. Our episodes are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Patreon.
If you liked the show, post it on your social media and pass it along. Women supporting women is the whole point.
We'll be back next week with more opinions, more stories, and more Shelaboration.
Until then, I'm Kath.
And I'm Kyra. This podcast is for the girls.